Coffee Chug, and I'm here today to walk you through a project I'm doing using cardboard to create a sign for a school. And so my wife works at a junior high, and basically what they have, or what she wants, is a circle cutout that's going to be 2 feet wide. And this is going to be used to put their mission statement in the middle. And the kids that are building, all 800 plus of them, have created hand cutouts with different designs and things about them that are going to go around this particular circle. The obstacles that we're faced, which is like what many of you face, is my original thought was to just get out my saws and do it out of wood and make it nice and easy. But that's going to be too heavy. We can't drill into the walls. It's actually a wall that we can't do that to. We can't put any screws into. So it's got to be super lightweight. So we're going to use cardboard, spray paint, vinyl cutter, a little bit of sanding paper to sand the edges, make sure it looks nice and smooth. And so what we're going to do for this project is we're going to put a thumbtack right in the middle to create a pivot point here. I'm going to cut out my string of 2 feet in distance and then the pencil to create the trace. And then we will cut it out using box cutters, and hopefully my zip snip tool will work as well. So we went to Lowe's and bought a packing box. It is the 24 by 18 by 18. However, they have 2 different versions. Just what's considered regular cardboard, and then there was a heavy duty version. But the regular one, you can't see the fold seams very well. So my hope is that as we cut this out, it's 24 inches. The one wall of the side of the box is 24 inches. The other side's only 18, but with these flaps, we should be good. And there's no seams there, so if we're careful, that shouldn't happen. So we don't have to worry about showing any seams. So we'll cut it out, and then we will spray paint it, get the vinyl, all that good stuff. So, first things first, I gotta find the center of this and get this thing rock and rolling so we can cut it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my zip snip, and I'm actually going to cut just a little bit on the edge. You can see this gap here where the flaps would come down, and I'm going to cut on this outside. Just give me a little bit of wiggle room on the outside when I go to cut this circle. So I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to cut this other flap over there to make the work a little bit easier to handle here. And then the other thing that's important about that is if I mess up, I have the other side of the box to continue to use. So my next step here is to find the middle. I know kind of where the middle of this cardboard is because I have the end flaps here and on the edges where the box is. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this lined up. So that's where I'm going to put my thumbtack, right there. So my next thing is to go ahead and get the string. I'm just going to tie this string around my thumbtack here to hold it in place. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and create our makeshift compass. And so since we want a 2-foot circle, we know that we need to go 12 inches here for our diameter, so when we go around and trace, we'll reach the 2-foot piece. So what I'm going to do is actually kind of tie my pencil, and I might go in just a little bit just to be safe so we don't skirt the edge here. I don't think anybody's going to notice 1/16 inside part there, so I'm just going to kind of bring you see where that's at. It's right around there, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this in. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and knot this in. I know I'm in a good spot. Double check one more time. We're right there, almost smack dab at 12 inches. So we'll go ahead and move this over. And right here in the middle of this X that we marked off before, we're going to poke down. Now I have a work table that I can push this pin into the wood so it'll hold. So I'm just going to squeeze this in And I think when we go to paint, this hole won't even show, so we'll be in good shape. And now I'm just going to go through, kind of hold it tight, work my way around. Oh, got a circle. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out. So I'm just going to work on this in sections here. Just kind of taking my time. And then what I'll probably do is still use my zip snip tool just to get this excess cardboard off. Just so I don't get any bends or creases in my work. Actually, I probably don't even need that. I can just cut across here. Get this part out. Okay, so there's the circle. Now we're just going to check to kind of see, make sure that we're where we need to be. Because sometimes when you cut, you can get a little off. So I can see that I need to come in here a little bit. Alright, so I might trim this up just a little bit. Alright, so we got it cut. It's actually not too bad. We just had to use our straight edge here, our box cutters, and just take our time, cut it out, and be good to go. So now we're going to take some 80 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to use this just to knock off all the loose stuff. Alright, so my wife, as we go through here and look, she's not sure what color she wants, and so we've got an orange on the one side that we painted, but she wants to compare it to this blue to see which side is going to work best for her. So we're going to let that dry. You see a lot of the words out here, so this is going to take several coats. And what a lot of people do when they spray paint, I see it happen all the time at workshop, is they get so close. So you really want to get 12 to 16 inches back and just kind of work in rows and lines and not try to soak it all in. So we're going to let this dry. We'll come back and apply a few more layers and see what works best before we jump into the vinyl cut. Alright, so we have almost a full can of paint on here, and it turned out great, but if you get the right reflection, I don't know if you can see in the video, you can actually see the writing from the cardboard. So I was hoping that this paint, whether we did the orange or the blue, had that paint and primer would cover it up, but with the right reflection you can see it. So even though it turned out great, I'm about to use this maybe for another project on another day, I'm going to have to cut another circle. And to avoid these letters, and to get a better coat of paint, I'm actually just going to use one of these trifolds. So this went down to the store, bought a $2 presentation board, so I might have found the first good purpose for these tri-boards besides terrible boring presentations. So I'm going to cut a new circle, I got a new can of paint, and we're gonna get it painted. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it close to the bottom just to make it easy for the thing and not to waste as much space. So just kind of go through here and quick trace, and then we will go ahead and cut that circle out. So our next step here, we're waiting for the final coat of paint to dry on the cardboard. We've finished up all our vinyl cutting. We've brought it over to the transfer paper. We've now cut it out into sections. So what this is going to allow us to do is get it set up, make sure we've got good spacing on the circle, and then we can make our marks and then peel this vinyl off and actually stick on the cardboard, and then we'll be done in terms of the center display. Things that I think are important: always have your words all aligned, so when you go to center in the circle, it makes it easy. These are all the same distance. We lined all that through. Now we have to figure out the spacing between the words, which shouldn't be too hard to do. And so just really spending a lot of time when I go to get this, I try to make sure this is as straight as possible so that our words aren't at an angle, if at all possible. So we got these 4 pieces. We're going to wait about another 10-15 minutes for the paint to dry, and then we'll start to piece all together and finalize the product. So outside of this one, which we'll do last, I've double checked all my measurements. We got 2 inches from the edge of this word to the side and 2 inches over there. And then I was able to line up my red lines so I know that these are all the words that are properly centered. And then I did 2.5 inches from the bottom of the word to the top of the letter here. And the same here, 2.5 inches from the bottom of the longest letter to the top of the letters here. And so we got the even spacing, we got it centered. We'll go through and do the same thing with this one, and then we'll go ahead and peel. So there you go, there's the final part. Saved you the torture of watching me pick off the vinyl. But things that I think are important, with my transfer paper, I actually have over here, I can actually reuse again. So trying to cut out on cost, I'll try to preserve that paper and use several times. So we got it all centered. So now the next step is to get it into the school, in which this will be surrounded by all 800 hands of each student that created a hand to fit into this message, which is their vision statement. As we go, I think it turned out pretty nice, considering that all we're using is that cardboard, because we had to create something that would stand on the wall, and it is a weird wall in which we can't screw or bolt or tape into. So we needed something very lightweight. And so taking some cardboard and some spray paint and a little bit of vinyl, we made it happen. All right, guys, let me know what you think. I will show you the final display when it's all done. And until next time, stay awesome and keep making.